freedom of expression.
Yeah, he wasn't doing it. Why are you hitting him in the head?
I didn't. It was just a passionate.
Domestic abuse. You guys are witnesses.
ഞങ്ങളെ കുറച്ച് അമേരിക്കൻ മലയാളത്തിന്റെ യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനലായ റീൽസിന്റെ റിവ്യൂസിലൊക്കെ എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ ചാനൽ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, ഇവിടെ താഴെയുള്ള ബെല്ലിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുക.
Today we are reviewing 19-1A, directed by Indhu V.S, starring Nithya Menen, Vijay Sethupathi, and Indrajith Sukumaran. The story is about a woman running a photocopy shop who leads a boring, repetitive life. Her life is turned around when a writer and activist leaves an unpublished manuscript of his latest novel at her shop. So before we begin our review, does anyone know what 19-1A means?
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
It's an article in the Indian Constitution.
Right?
Which I didn't know, so I had to look it up.
I had to look that up.
What kind of Indians are you? You have no idea of your own constitution. Shame.
You know all the.
As a matter of fact, did you?
There's no numbers here.
The First Amendment, freedom of speech.
But there's no numbers. 19-1. Hey, who's gonna remember that?
Oh, freedom of speech, that's a pretty important one.
There's no freedom of speech in India, so there's not that.
So 19-1A is a lie?
It's a freedom of speech and a freedom of expression. How many people are really expressing it, like in India?
But the problem with it, express he got shot.
6.5 hours later.
I thought it was interesting that, we had a very prominent, influential Tamil actor, Vijay Sethupathi, in the movie, but the main focus was on this girl, that main character, and I think that was done intentionally because the recurrent theme of the movie is they're trying to be more liberal. It's all about the message of freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So I think they just wanted to give women a little more power or role in this movie.
Vijay Sethupathi is an amazing actor. He's a superstar of Tamil industry at the moment. Yeah, they could have done a lot better having an actor of his capacity.
Yeah, I don't think they utilized his talent well in a way.
I was kind of like waiting for them to like reveal what was the big secret that he was getting killed for? Like, what was it?
I think the idea of the whole him getting killed was just the fact that he was such a rebellious writer, like
in their life. Yeah,
she doesn't have a name, right, in the movie.
Just there's no girl. Name. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there's no name.
No, if you look at IMDb, it calls her Penkuti. That's her name.
Actually, you're right. Even when I was reading about it to figure out what 19-1A means, like they just called her Penkuti.
Huh?
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting. She doesn't have a name. I thought it was lagging a little bit because like to the next scene, it was like stretching it out kind of feel,
It was slow.
Even super slow. And when you guys told us it was inside like less than 2 hours, we felt like, okay, at least they've got all the content summarized in 2 hours.
That could have been into 1 hour.
Happening in 2 hours. But this we felt like they could have condensed even more.
Oh, of course.
Maybe like 60 or 70 minutes.
So guys, what should we score this movie?
I'm going to give it a 2.
I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I had to give the same 2.5.
Yeah, I give it a 2 based on that. I think it had some really good themes, but it wasn't properly executed. Our average comes out to a 2.25.
It's low, but it could have been better. I feel like if it was shorter, we feel like we could have actually raised our review or our score.
Yeah. I think it's a good first movie by this director.
This director, right.
So it's a good first debut, I think.
Like and subscribe and hit the bell notification.